you need to stop chasing this fast money, okay? You're losing it all. It's gonna be super, super big. You're gonna crash out. You know, it's just not the smart move, okay? Everything you do is gonna fail. It, there's the few lucky lottery picks, and if you're one of the few lucky lottery picks, salute. But welcome to the real world. Life isn't fair, and that's just how it's gonna be, So I'm gonna teach you why you should stop following this fast money, and how you should think smart and have your actions compound into something greater, So welcome to Mind Over Money. My name is Vic. I've been working in finance for the past 5 years. I've been working as a sales consultant selling cars, and I also process all the loans, spoke with the banks, and now I currently work as a personal banker. And I've been working both these jobs for quite a few years. So, and sometimes at the same time. So I feel like I have a lot of knowledge. I dealt with a lot of people. I've spoken with a lot of people. I've gotten a lot of people's advice. I've taken a lot of people's advice. I've seen other people's struggles. I've seen their bank account. I give them advice on how to improve their financial situation. That's literally my job. So I'm actually just gonna tell you free game. I'm not selling no course. I'm not selling no links. Just here's what you do, okay? So people are chasing fast money, and there's different categories of fast money. So let me just break it down to things. So here's when it comes to investing, right? A lot of people want to invest in stock options. They want to invest in crypto, these meme coins, NFTs. They want to invest in all these volatile lottery. When it starts turning from investing into gambling, that's when you're investing in companies you have no idea about. You don't have a plan, you don't have nothing, you have no structure, and you just keep losing money and you're feeding other people. For you to sell something for higher, there has to be someone holding the fucking bag, okay? And you guys are usually screwed, And it's a statistic where over 90-something% of people that trade options fail, and profitable trading isn't good unless you have a solid structured plan. Another thing too is a lot of people want to start doing that fast money by doing scamming, by doing all that. Trust me, all scammers get caught. It's going to catch up with you eventually. Even if you're discreet, you're low key about it, it will catch up with you. And all that pressure and all that, once the consequences may be heavy. Are you able to do the consequences? Another thing too is people serving, people trying to, get some money on, serving that chicken. And if you serving, and real ones know, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you know exactly what I'm talking about, my YNs. And basically just one serving and trapping all that is you're gonna crash out. And another thing too is trap money, unless you're really up there, isn't even close to clean money, right? You're gonna have to launder it. If you do go on some Chapo shit, it's gonna be a dangerous life. And on top of that is how you're gonna use the money, right? And I've seen what people have done just to touch a 50K in the streets, 50K, 100K in the streets. And for me to touch 50 or 100K, and it will cost you felonies. It will cost you guaranteed jail time if you touch your 50, 100K, unless you're really a smart player. Homies cop bodies, you know what I'm saying? And these are people I know, and they pretty much all crashed out or are dead. And everyone I knew, now that I'm a little bit older, I am from Richmond, has either crashed out or is dead. And that's just how it is. So that money, and they never get really that fast money because they never get money in general because they're going for the fast money. And then other people that are trying to do these chasing every single, wave, chasing the girl in the red dress, going from each different hustle to another hustle, not committing to one thing specifically, going to the next trend, going to the next wave, trying to, finagle your way, try to hope you hit a lottery, you're gambling, you're not really full sending something. That's another thing too. It's why are you trend hopping when you should just pick one idea, stick to it, provide an actual service, start a business, an actual side hustle. Don't just go from thing to thing, the trend to trend to trend. You gotta make sure you're timeless and make sure your money's timeless. So when we go back to investing, yes, you can make a higher return, but most people blow up their accounts. So, you're gonna be in financial ruin rather than you follow some structure, take some risk, make sure it's calculated risk. And by the way, I'm not your financial advisor. So when it comes to any investing advice, I'm just not telling you what to invest in. I think you should do your own research and you should know exactly what you're investing in. Or you should pay someone. If you don't know what you're investing in, pay someone or find someone to invest for you that's creditable. Because if you don't know what you're investing in, you're cooked. You're gambling at that point. You're just hoping your money multiplies. You should at least know what you're investing and have somewhat of a grasp of what you're doing. And if you're, make sure you just follow structure and you take certain risk management and you make sure you take calculated risk and make sure you just escape financial ruin. Small gains is better than I wouldn't bet everything on black. I wouldn't spin the wheel and bet everything on even. That's just not how I roll. Yeah, the reward could be crazy, but I can't face those losses. And another thing too, which I see a lot of people fall into, is people trying to gamble. And some people say, yeah, gambling is it. They see people like on Instagram, TikTok, that are professional gamblers. They're going up, they're making millions. They're sponsored by state. It's because those folks are getting paid bankroll to promote that company. And I don't blame them. They get credits for gambling, And it's a vice. This is an expensive vice. You got to be balling out to gamble. Because I've seen people that are actually profitable off gambling that I know, some of my friends that I've seen that aren't. And most of them are not. And ones that are profitable, they may have a streak, but they usually don't cash out before it's, they might do a one crazy bet and lose it all, And it's just proper risk management again. There's methods. I'm not saying it's impossible if you have an edge, but you got to do more research and have a structured plan. Same thing with people doing multi-level marketing. That's not fast money. I know I might get some slack for this, but people working for trying to sell like Amway and all them companies, I don't even want to Amway, Cutco, all them companies trying to get you to recruit, buy these books, say you're gonna be a millionaire, you don't have to work your job, just you gotta recruit people. Like, nah, bro. That's another money money pit. And how you need to stay away from MLMs, especially you being young. You're in your 20s, people are gonna try to get you to join them, get you to spend your money. Like, no job is gonna get you to spend your money. You might be desperate applying for jobs and them folks hit you back. So just be careful when it comes to that. Do your due diligence. If the job seems a little fishy, it probably is a little fishy. It's sad we had to get to this point in life, but that's just how things is, But yeah, in essence, you should really just be focusing on mastery and excellence. And what that entails is you focus on what you know and you invest in what you know. You study, become obsessed with it, read books, read literature, just focus, put your brain on grind time. And that's how you really get the fast money. And make sure it's clean and avoid all the ways I've been saying in those other examples unless you got a serious edge. But you got to really just focus on your skill set, because with good skill set comes good money. So a good example is someone that has $1 million. Let's say you haven't even touched 100K yet, right? And there's people making millions a year, okay? Millions a year. And you haven't even touched a whole 100K in your bank account yet, right? There's people making millions. There's people making $500,000 a year. There's people making multi-millions, flying around their private jets, living this lavish life while you're breaking your back because life ain't fair, right? And you take that all away from them, and they can still touch that 100K or probably get a free 100K off their skill set in less than a year, easily. Because what they know, their skill set, who they know, and their experience. And those things is what gets you that job. Those things is what gets you success. Now, it kind of sucks because we're young and we have a lot of time and not a lot of responsibility. but we don't have. Time's a double-edged sword, you know? Time, you want time for investing. You want time to start the snowball, to have an avalanche into something big where you can be something you're proud of. But as time goes, you lose it. And it's the end goal is coming closer and closer. You got to get that snowball as big as possible. But at the same time, you're compounding and you're wiser. So you're able to push that snowball faster, you're stronger, you're able to push that snowball, give it a little extra edge. And another thing too is invest on your income. Try to get a job, learn some skill sets, go to trade school, read some books. You know, there's multiple hustles. Pick something that's legit, credited, and just full send it. Thank you for tuning in today. My last 2 videos have 0 views. Been posting daily, but I appreciate y'all who stuck with me with the Genesis. I see a few of y'all popping up in my first video, so thank y'all so much. If you learned anything or looking forward to more money advice or just more like chopping it up, please just drop a suggestion down below in the comments. I'll get to every single one, and please subscribe. Thank you. Leave a like. My cat, I guess he wants some pets now, but y'all take it easy.